Okay, good morning, lovely people. It is Friday, so happy Friday, and also New Year's Eve. So for those of you who are celebrating with loved ones tonight, I hope you have a blast, and I hope you stay safe and ring in that new year like it's 2022, because it is. So with that said, I just want to start off today with just thanking everybody who just congratulated me on the article, took time to read the article, took time to repost the article. That was all extremely overwhelming just to see how much love and positivity was thrown my way based on that article dropping. So it's something I've been waiting for the last month. So I'm excited to see it out, and hopefully I've already started connecting with new followers on my Instagram, and just hoping that continues to offer an opportunity for me to get to know more professionals who may need some assistance in climbing that corporate ladder and just don't know where to start. So thank you again for all the positive vibes that were thrown my way. It made my day really to just be so encouraged. Okay, so with that said, I said that I would be breaking down via video the questions that they asked me in that article. So question number one was, and I wrote it down as I always do on my receipts or my notes, what are the mistakes people make when looking for a career change? So what are the mistakes people make when looking for a career change? And while there are quite a few that I've seen, the most prevalent one that I've seen has really been applicants just relying too much on the hiring manager to read between the lines of their resume. And so what I mean by that is, you'll sit down, you're wanting to make a career change, you're wanting to pivot your career, you're wanting to try a new job or a new industry, and you're reading a job description when you're about to apply, and you're in your head saying, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. And then you're submitting your resume as is and just crossing your fingers that the hiring manager will be able to somehow, with your resume, your current resume, deem you a strong candidate for that position, even though you've never been in the industry, even though you've never done the job. So the biggest mistake I've seen is people aimlessly submitting resumes based on their own knowledge that they feel they can do the job, and not making sure that their resume actually speaks to the skill sets that job is asking for or that job is requiring. So all those job description details that you're saying in your head, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that, they're actually not living on your resume, they're just here. And so what I call that is, the applicant's mistake in relying on a hiring manager's ability to read between the lines of your mediocre resume and deem you a qualified candidate, right? And so I always encourage my clients and tell my clients that it is your responsibility as the applicant to tell the story, to make sure your experience sells you for that position, right? It's not the hiring manager's responsibility to sift through your resume and connect the dots. It's your responsibility as an applicant to build the bridge, in that gap between your last experience and the role you're applying for now. So I encourage all of I'll make this short and sweet today, just because I really want you to get this, but the most important piece of advice that I give all my clients when I send them their resume is, it's impossible to think, we don't have time for it, I get it. It's impossible to think that for every single position you're going to apply for, you're going to tweak your resume over and over and over and over and over again, right? If you have a solid, strong resume, you should be able to apply with that resume for multiple jobs within a specific industry, right? So if you're applying within sales and you're applying for sales jobs, that resume should be strong enough to apply for sales positions across the board. If you're applying for food and beverage, if you're applying for events, if you're applying for accounting, fill in the blank, that that exact resume should speak loud enough for roles within that industry. However, what I do encourage my clients to do is, if you read a job description or you see a job that you really, really, really want to land, like this is it, this is the one you're so excited about, take time to read the job description. The job description it's going to give you two things. It's a wish list of what that hiring manager is really looking for, right? You may not check all the boxes, but if you check some of them, they're going to take a look at you. Additionally, it's also going to give you clues as to what problems they're trying to solve in that company or that department, right? If they list the fact that they need someone with clear communication, or enjoys working in a fast work environment, those are problems they're trying to solve. Apparently, they don't have great communication in that area, or they don't have someone who's ready to hit the ground running. So showcase those skills in your resume, right? If there's something that is speaking specifically to a skill set, right? Maybe it's a program they need you to know. Maybe it's a method that they need you to know. If that's the job you're really hoping to land, make sure, if you've done that method, if you know that program and it's not currently sitting on your resume, take 2 minutes to throw it somewhere on that resume. And usually I encourage my clients to do that in the summary. Just list the fact that you know that program, or list the fact that you know that method. And the reason I encourage people to do this is again, it's your responsibility as an applicant to bridge the gap between your current experience and the role that you're wanting to apply for, that you're wanting to gain. But it's also in your best interest with the applicant tracking system. And the applicant tracking system, it serves as a bot or a little robot that, as hiring managers are uploading new positions in this system, they're highlighting keywords that this little bot or this little robot is sifting through your resume to deem you as a qualified candidate. So if they really need someone with strong communication skills, guaranteed they've list communication in their in their set of keywords that they're looking for in your resume. So it's going to help you to get past that applicant tracking system and actually in the hands of the hiring manager, in the hands of a physical person who's going to look at your resume. And because the system has deemed you as a high qualified candidate, they're going to start treating you as a high qualified candidate. So that is my biggest answer for what is the biggest mistake that you see people making when making a career change, is just not taking the time to update their resume to sell their relevant skill sets for the new job to the hiring manager. So I hope this was helpful. Also, if you watched all the way to the end, today is the last day. I'm offering 22% off of all of my services, 22% off, because it's 2022, baby. So we're really excited, and I want to make sure that you're starting off this year strong. Again, I've said this a million times, but there's 3 reasons why you should be taking on 2022 by storm. There's a 3% salary increase projected for salary budgets across the board. There's money on the table, it's up for grabs, and it's yours if you want it, right? Number 2, we're still in an applicant's market, which means the job market is in your favor. If you have a strong resume that sells you for the job you want, there's a high chance you can promote yourself this year, whether it's within your own company or it's in another company. So more money, better jobs. Last one, is going to be the fact that most hiring managers hire within January and February of a new year. If you're wanting to capitalize on that applicants market, the new money on the table, jump on it for January and February, because they're going to be hiring for the majority of their positions within those months. So if you're looking to start off the year strong, this is your sign. 22% off until midnight tonight. Get on my website. I'll link it in the description to this video. And as always, reach out, leave questions in the comments if you have any. Okay? Here we go. Last day of 2021.